But first tonight at 6, the man accused of killing 3 in Lafayette County remains silent in court rather than accepting a plea deal. A man's mental state continues to be in question in connection to 3 Lafayette County murders. The suspect, Jaren Kuester, refusing to address a judge during a plea hearing. News 3's Jessica Arp has continuing coverage tonight of the case we've been following since April.
Jaren Kuester has undergone a competency exam before and pled not guilty by reason of mental disease in the deaths of 3 in the town of Wyoda. He came to Lafayette County Court today to change that plea, but instead, his mental status is once again being questioned. Wearing a suicide smock, Jaren Kuester appeared in front of a judge, attorneys saying he planned to plead guilty to first-degree homicide in the deaths of Chloe, Gary, and Dean Thorson at the end of April, with the state agreeing to acknowledge Kuester's mental state at the time of the deaths in their sentencing.
Have they accurately told me what you think you're doing here this afternoon?
Yes.
But when the judge began a plea questionnaire, Kuester looked at his hands and became non-responsive.
Mr. Kuester, if you can't answer fairly simple questions, I think I have to question your competency to go forward in this case.
Well, if you told me I can remain silent if I'd like to remain silent.
Kuester's attorney said he knew this outcome was possible and blames doctors treating Kuester for the wrong medications or dosages.
He's not stupid, and he hears what is said. But his condition paralyzes him in some respects because he just doesn't trust anything.
District Attorney Finley says that plea deal or any trial is on hold until competency is evaluated, but says the jail staff has been dealing with Kuester appropriately.
Our jail staff has been doing an incredibly fantastic job in dealing with probably one of the more difficult inmates that they have ever had to deal with in the history of that jail.
Kuester will be back in court October 15th to discuss that competency exam and how things will move forward. In Darlington, Jessica Arp, WISC News 3.
And Kuester will undergo that mental exam at Mendota Mental Health Center in Madison. Despite the defense attorney's request, it happened elsewhere for a new perspective on competency.